All right, welcome to the kazoo holder building workshop. In this workshop, we are going to make a kazoo, something like this. This is my touring kazoo rig. This is the 2020 model, and it's pretty beat up. So it's actually time for me to make a new one anyway. And I'm going to show you the process. I like this kazoo holder because it's nice and lightweight and it's easy to travel with. Some people will use a harmonica holder like this to put a kazoo in, but I find that to be more awkward and unnecessarily heavy. So let's move forward. So what we're going to need to make this kazoo holder rig is, for starters, a coat hanger. You're going to need a coat hanger. I usually like to find these in like a hotel. That's a good place to find them. The best kind of coat hanger is actually like this white one. It's made out of a pretty thin wire and it's kind of stretchy, bendy. This one is a little bit thicker. That's not as good. That's going to be harder to work with. So try to find the cheapest coat hanger you possibly can. And then you're going to need a kazoo. That's an important part of the kazoo rig. You got to have a kazoo. And last but not least, you want to have some tape, some duct tape preferably, because you're going to want strong tape that's going to hold your kazoo in place. All right. So before we jump into building the kazoo rig, I do want to say that I first saw this rig when I had a band called J45. My friend Patrick Sweeney, he had a setup like this. And so that's where I got the idea from. But I think it's a great idea. And so let's jump into the build. All right, here we go. So we have all of our materials. We're ready to roll. So we're going to take this coat hanger. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to kind of pull it like this to make it more circular. Because you're going to be putting it around your neck eventually. So just kind of stretch it carefully and maybe bend it up this way. See what I got? Something like that. That's looking pretty good. We'll make it more perfect in a bit. Okay, so that's the first step. Then you're going to take this part here. Let's see, how can I show that better? Okay, maybe like this. Okay, I'm going to take this part here and just kind of twist that like so. Make a little spot to put our kazoo. That can be a little tough to squeeze that. You could use pliers if you got a thicker coat hanger. Then you can take your kazoo and simply place it in there. And you could just use it like this. This is actually not bad. You know, that's in there pretty good, but it might fall out if you're performing and moving around and stuff. So for added security, we're going to use the duct tape. I'm going to use this duct tape here. What I like to do is get the tape going a little bit and then tear it down the middle, or you could cut it. I'm just going to tear it so that you get a thinner piece of tape. That's what I want right there. So just gonna pull that off. That should be a good amount right there. Let's see, we got about that many inches, you know. So then what we're gonna do is take your kazoo and you just want to put this tape so that it goes all the way around, securing it on the coat hanger. Obviously, it's taken years of experience to get to this point of craftsmanship. And you just that's looking pretty good. You could, even if you want to, you could put it on this, there's a pointy thing here. You could cover that if you want to. All right, I think that's enough. I'm actually going to, oops, now I can't tear it off. Okay, so there we go. That is our new kazoo holder. And in the next bit, I'll show you how to adjust it. All right, congratulations. You built your own custom kazoo holder. The final step is I would just put it around my head and then bend it until it's in a good spot to play it. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. Are we ready? Ready to play the first note on the new kazoo rig. Here we go. Breaking it in. Here we go. All right, sounds pretty good. Thanks for joining me.